Hi everyone, great pleasure to have you all here. Welcome to this SWE Inspiring Session, and we are very happy to have you all with us. My name is Hamide Ahmadlu, and I will be your host and moderator in today's session. I work in Sika as a strategic sourcing manager for Americas region. My background is in technical and chemical engineer, and I have 10 years experience in business. And I join you today from Zurich in Switzerland. Personally, I benefited a lot from this peer-to-peer mentoring program in SWE, in my personal life and also in professional level. And because of all of that, I'm so excited to host this session today and hopefully inspire you, convince you to try this great initiative and set time for that. For having this great question, like discussion about mentorship and the magic of mentorship to be discussed and talked about, I have great people to join with me on this stage, which I want to introduce them to you. I start with Anka Eisler. Anka is Human Rights Officer and Ethics and Compliance Manager in Europe at John Deere. And we have Tilti Das with us, Product Engineer at John Deere. And we have, so I tell a little bit about Anka and Titli, why we have them with us. They are a mentorship pair. They've been together and tried the mentorship together, this relationship and this journey. And they want to share with us about what they experienced, how was this journey for them. And also like they can tell us about how this kind of intergeneration connection across the generations helped them to grow better and benefited in their life. And we have also with us Abby Watson. She's Senior Coordinator, Membership and Data Management at SWE. Later in the session, Abby will give us an overview about this SWE platform, mentorship platform, how it works, how you can get started with that, and more information about it. So to learn more about the panelists we have here, our team, learn about SWE, we have a link about the people that they join on the stage with us. You can learn about their background and knowing it more about them there. And after having our discussion with panelists, and the intro from Abby, we will move to breakout room, and we have in each room a member of SWE who experienced, who had worked with also this SWE mentorship program, the platform, and can share insight with you, answer your questions, and guide you through that. With that, we want to start our discussion with our great panelists. Anka, Titli, thank you so much for joining us here. I want to start with a question which I think it's interesting for everybody to know about it. How did your mentorship relationship get started? How was the start? How you tackle, this journey and how you get through it? Titli, do you want to start to share a bit on
Yeah,
that with us?
yeah, of course. First of all, thank you for having me on this amazing platform. And I'm really happy and excited both to share our journey together with such a wide group of people. So, for me, the John Deere SWE community, I would say, is the bridge that connected me and Anka together, and it was 2018. And I know Anka for more than 5 years now. That was the time I just started my career in John Deere as an intern, and she is the person actually who introduced me to the Society of Women Engineers SWE community. And later she encouraged me to take on the lead role for John Deere SWE Germany. Now, in the last few years, actually, she played the role of a mentor, a coach, and also as a sponsor. And I will tell you how she did that. So, for seeking long term guidance on personal growth or seeking her advice on one time needs, always I found her around me. And also, while getting her feedback on the areas of improvement. So, I always used to go to her and ask, always curious about certain things, ask questions that, and take her feedback that what are the areas that I can improve myself. Also, I would say her motivation as a coach developed a sense of confidence in me. And that actually helped me to set broader career goal. Example, the decision of mine pursuing a PhD on top of my full-time job, or preparing to take up opportunities for senior job roles within the organization. And then I would say many times I have found anchor promoting or cheerleading for my research work within the organization to many people. And this is actually a great example that how a mentor can take the role of a sponsor and help in career advancement and get you the visibility and credibility. So, over the last 5 years, in every conversation with her, she stimulated my thinking in a very productive way. And every time we met, be it a formal conversation or informal conversation, we exchanged our perspective very openly on several topics like starting from Python, NLP, algorithms, ChatGPT, DEI, how to get into the leadership role, how to grow into a more senior roles, like everything. And I would say this entire experience for me was very valuable.
That's great, Titli. I think
I
it's
know
already was
Anka's
inspiring for
blushing.
people, yeah, to get to relationship with your mentor and how it can be beneficial. Anka, can you share your perspective as well? For me also is interesting if you share like how you got interested, and Titli shared it's about 5 years ago
Yes.
you started
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
journey because you said energy, you are connected, you follow on that. How was this experience with you? What motivated you that you go further, in this journey together?
Well, indeed, the SWE was a bit of a platform which brought us together, and we were discussing how did it really started. And at that time, Titri had a manager who knew about the Society of Women Engineers and was the Society of Women Engineers ally and supporter and advocate. So when Titri joined his team, he advised us and put me, I said, look, I do have a young engineer, doesn't know exactly how the world is moving around. Don't you want to talk to her? Tell her about SWE and all these other things, because I think it's a good thing, right? And this is how I would say it highlighted for me the importance of having also male colleagues getting involved with the Society of Women Engineers, not necessarily for the contribution they can do it today or now or yeah, but how they can promote the SWE with other female engineers they may have in the future, right? And then for sure for me it was interesting because there is a age difference between us, but also a cultural difference. We are not sitting now next to each other, but it's also a size difference in all the direction. Yeah. So, uh, and it was for me very enriching to hear her questions and make me think farther than my own sphere and my own horizon. When it became very interesting was learning what she is doing. I realized, and we talk now really 4 or 5 years ago when the topics like Python and machine learning and artificial intelligence were really brand new words. And I said, look, I'm doing a class, and this was the reality. I did a class in ethics in artificial intelligence. And I figured out that there were a lot of notions which I didn't knew. Now I am a mechanical engineer. I developed during my career in quality, in manufacturing, customer support, in other areas, but not so much on the AI part, right? So I said, well, now it's your turn to mentor me because I have no idea you know everything about it, right? And this is how I could gain for me and use the knowledge I gained through her in my daily job, in my daily business. So when somebody comes and says, oh, machine learning, artificial intelligence, at least I know what they are talking about. I cannot program really. I tried a couple of times, but
But it's great
I tried.
also because, yeah, in the journey, like when you are following your career, when there are personal things in the life in different stages is
Yeah,
happening, I think it's also great to see in the perspective of other person who had
yeah,
that you had the chance to connect, in a kind of informal, but still connected, on kind of like share interest you have together. For me, it was always like a lot of things you say, it resonates a lot with me because I believe in mentors, like how those people that they kind of step forward in the way that I want to go, they can help me. They can give really small hints, or some kind of just watch out. Here is the path, or here is not. That helped me a lot. In this fee for me was like I joined this fee because my former employer had this great idea, initiative that we grow the connection to this fee in Europe as well. In the US, in Dow Chemicals, the connection was very strong. And because of that, I tried to, look into all the opportunities that SV has to share with others as well. And I tried the platform of mentorship for that specific reason. Go through, see how easy or difficult is that, and get to find people you want. And for me, it was the stage actually middle of that I wanted to move from the technical career path to more commercial, closer a bit to operation as well. And that was very interesting. I got connected to the former president of SWE, and Sidika Devir. Actually, she guided through, and actually she did kind of the same step in about like years ago. And we could connect. I could get a lot of help and actually learn more about, our same idea about women growth, how we want to go further, what we think it's a good idea to, get further also out of our real career path. So I think all together, it's kind of coming when you connect to some people, you share the interests, and a lot of time it comes new ideas, new things that you never thought for yourself as well before. Something interesting, Anka, you said about this reverse mentorship. For me, is also like, do you think really it would work in that way if we, connect when we are in more, high different layer of our career to get connect because of that to the others? And for me, it's also interesting to know, like, was it something that you said, hey, I will experience further, I will go into other mentorship, relationship or connect, or, invest more energy in that?
So I do believe in the lifelong learning. Yeah. So I do not think that you finished learning. Yeah. And sometimes you can learn by taking a book and reading, or surfing the internet for hours, right? But it's also sometimes it's more helpful to go a person who knows it's an expert to say, hey, I hear about it, let's talk, help me understand what's about, right? And probably you get in a shorter time more knowledge and more insights than you'll get if you are only reading in a book, right? And this is why I believe that it's important to keep learning, right? And go out of your comfort zone and never say, oh, I know everything, because I don't. Yeah. I do not know about the rest of the world, but I know whatever I knew now, I know now in 5 minutes will be already outdated. So I need to keep learning. And I also do not have a problem to reach out to the people and say, hey, I don't know about it, help me understand, right? Or can you point me in the right direction? Or because I know I have a ton of knowledge in other areas, but in this specific one, I don't. Yeah. So I will encourage everyone, if you find out that it's something which you do not understand or you do not know how it works, to say, right, who is an expert, and go beyond the barrier of, yeah, but it's younger and it's more motivated and studied. She has a PhD and I do not know what. Well, respect the knowledge and say, because of the knowledge you have, I would like to you to help me, right? To understand what is it. And I think they also felt honored if you go to somebody and say, hey, you are specialized in this area. I recognize your knowledge and your level, what you get. Can you help me learn from you, right? I think that shows also respect to the knowledge of the person. And I do struggle to use the word reverse mentoring. I'm saying it's mentoring, doesn't matter how it is and where you are in the position, because this reverse mentoring implies that it's you had to mentor somebody to be mentor, and this change, right? Where I did, no, just do it for free and you'll pay back another time. You never know. Yeah.
I agree with you, and that's I think the beauty of that. And Titli, I have a question as well for you. It's about the next level of mentorship. We hear a lot, and now we say, okay, mentorship is up to a certain stage. How about we shift it to sponsorship? And I found it's good, like sometimes because the front person, both sides, they know each other. Did it happen in this way too as well? Or you think it's really something that comes with the mentorship? It's related to that?
I think sponsorship is the next level of mentorship because mentor is who is guiding you to go in the right path, and the sponsor is more specific to allow you to achieve your goal. So I would say when you have a sponsor, then that person can connect you to the right person. For example, if I am on a PhD journey, then Anka being my sponsor, she knows that what is my topic of my PhD and who are the right people within my company who can get me a good recognition or to the next level on this journey. So I would say sponsorship is also very important, and it makes a difference because it advances your career in the right trajectory, I would say.
I see. I agree. And to me also, it happens like when because of this mentorship relationship, it's something that is not formal. And sometimes like I try to have mentors that they are outside the organization, and you can share your wishes, what you think, what challenges you have in your team that you want to tackle, and you look for solution and etc., and you grow within frame. My mentor is observing me, and then that's great that it said, oh, this is the opportunity for you, or that place, I think if this etc., training even you do, it's great for your growth, and connect me also to kind of having access to what would be the good next step for me in the career. And I think that's also great. Something I want to touch on that is that like, if you face any challenges, you can both share, Anka, Titli, as you wish. What was the challenges? Do you have an example and how you could overcome in that as well in the this mentorship relationship you had?
I think for me, finding the right mentor is the biggest challenge. So, at the very beginning, the person who is seeking a mentor has to determine that what type of support are you looking for from the mentor? Is it like a long term guidance you are looking for, or a short term feedback? So, based on that, you need to look for the people within your organization. And also, very importantly, that person should energize you. So you should always build a connection who motivates you or with whom you share the common goals, because that can leverage to take your relationship for the long run. O- Otherwise, it would be like in the middle of the journey you would be demotivated, or maybe you are not satisfied with this relationship, or because it is not giving you any fruitful feedback after that, which doesn't make any sense to to sustain that relationship. So from the very beginning, you should know that you should connect or build the connection with the right person. And also, another, as a mentee, I would say it is very important to be matured to receive the feedback. So you should be open to receive the feedback when someone is showing you or pointing your areas of improvement, because that is where you can learn and like reflect on what you can learn and grow.
Exactly. I think this is very interesting in the frame of mentorship to be open to get the feedbacks and kind of implement it for the next step. And Anka, did you face any challenges, or you think something that when our audiences wants to start with a mentorship relationship, they should, think about it or watch out?
Yeah, yeah. So I do believe that SWE is a very good platform to connect because I would say the people here on the call, I would assume so 75% of us are really engineers, and we are a little bit different than somebody who started economics or marketing, or yeah, probably we are more process orientated, more calculating, whereas the spreadsheet more structured, or yeah, we are special the way we are, right? And sometimes it's difficult to connect with people outside of this environment, and we know that. the people who are joining SWE, they are also prepared for a certain type of comradeship, right? To support how I value as an engineer, how can I support you, how can I support you, can support me, how we can collaborate together, right? And we should not forget that the Society of Women Engineers lives under the motto of aspire, advance, and achieve, right? And this is something what we all have together, right? We wouldn't be on this phone call or a Zoom call, yeah, if we wouldn't want to learn, to achieve something, to aspire to develop. And this is the beauty of the SWE mentorship platform and the SWE as an organization.
I agree with you. I want to go for the last question and kind of like concluding our discussion. I want before that ask all of you to go through the link of our survey and share your feedbacks also during the discussion as well, and also share your insight, your comments, whatever thing, ideas you have with us in the chat. And later when we go to the breakout rooms, we can discuss about it as well and hear from you as well your insight. Yeah. So I have one question as well, and it's interesting for me because both you are in the same company. This mentorship relationship you had, that was it a fit or company? Because a lot of I know our audiences would have also, seeking such a mentorship relationship in the company. They would have in the same situation because, as you said, we are like it's a platform for the people who work in technical companies, engineering companies. Was this relationship, mentorship relationship that you had, was it kind how it fits or complements the company structure and the hierarchy that you have also in your organization?
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
No, like any, so Jadir is a corporate part of the corporate partnership council of SWE for I would say 17 years since they founded the CPCs, and for sure, John Deere, like any other company, a global company or multinational companies, they have a lot of programs regarding the diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. And a lot of activities to promote female in engineering areas, and so it supports the John Deere strategy to close the gender gap in different grades and in different situations. So we didn't have to take vacation or days off or hours off when we met and discuss about these things, right? It's part of the job what we are doing, and there is nothing more inspiring to work in an environment where the people are inspired to become better. And I believe that a mentorship relationship is for mentee and the mentor a very good way to keep them engaged and inspired and say you value. And yeah.
Exactly.
Now I have to admit we never really worked in the same function or yeah, it's different departments. You know how it is in these companies that you are just meeting in the cafeteria and oh, we work in the same company. But still, it's I think that it was a good relationship, and I'm happy that I had the opportunity to learn so much from Titli, and I'm looking forward to learn more about the next
Same goes. Same goes
technology.
here.
Great. So do you have any last word to share with us? Can start, I don't know. Titli, would you like to start?
Yeah, I would say that whoever in the call today, if you haven't had any mentor in your life, you should, you must, because they play a huge role in your career, be it professional and also as personal growth. If the mentor is good, they can actually be the catalyst of your life, and they can change a lot. They can bring a lot of positivity, motivation, and they can help you to grow in your career professionally. And also, I would like to say that SWE is an amazing platform. After getting engaged with the SWE community within John Deere, it has been a great experience for me connecting with several great women engineers across the globe. And I'm very happy to be a part of this SWE platform. And thanks to Anka again, because she introduced me to this amazing community.
Sure. Anka?
And also from my side, we met Hamide some months ago through another SWE fellow colleague who brought us together to work on another project. And this shows how good the SWE network works. I would like to brag a little bit. So 70 years ago, I was the very first person from Germany who went to a Society of Women Engineers in the US. And I asked at that time, so where are all the internationals? And they looked at me and said, how did you register? Well, through internet. Yeah, and I will. Since then, I had very good friendships, and I developed very good relationships with the Society of Women Engineers, and I get the opportunity to meet great people like Titli and have good friendships, and these friendships can develop in such a manner that you are invited to their wedding in India. I had the big honor to attend her wedding in India in December last year, and for me it was really a unique lifetime opportunity to do something like that.
I missed
So
the chance, you know.
yeah, yeah.
I see. Yeah. Great, great. It was so inspiring to me as well. And I think our audiences also enjoyed this discussion. I think for me, it's more if you are in the mentorship relationship, you feel some, points that say, hey, I had the same feeling and it worked for me or not. And also, if no, as Titli said, that's something it's great to share your journey with others, learn, and sometimes it's like for me, it's like a mirror. That's a person that is honest, connect to you, and you can see yourself as well in that mirror, and also share your insight, and also be also step in the growth of a friend person. With that, I want to thank you all. Thank you, Anka. Thank you, Titli, for such a great discussion. I want to invite to stage now Abby. Abby, as I shared, she wants now to share to us more about the SWE platform that we can benefit from that in these finding, connecting to the mentorship initiative of SWE. Abby, thanks a lot. Stage is yours.
Thank you so much. And I really enjoyed listening to that conversation. So now I am going to share my screen and we'll go through just a few slides, a quick introduction to the SWE Mentor Network, which is SWE's virtual mentoring platform. And then I will share just a quick demo of the website. So you can see what the SWE Mentor Network looks like and learn a bit about how to navigate it. Okay, so the SWE Mentor Network is a private network for only SWE members. It's an exclusive membership benefit, and it facilitates mentoring relationships within the SWE community. So anyone can sign up to be a mentor, be a mentee, or even both. So if you create a mentor account, it's just kind of built into your mentor account that you will also have the ability to book sessions with other mentors, in addition to accepting bookings from mentees. And I really liked what Anka said earlier about how reverse mentoring is just mentoring. I totally agree with that. And that's SWE's outlook on it too. So we encourage mentoring to happen between SWE members of all different experience levels, all different, stages in their schooling or career. We can all learn from each other. So the SWE Mentor Network has been around for about 2.5 years. And you can just see some quick numbers here. This is as of this month, there are about 5,600 completed sessions that have happened over these past couple years. And we have about 2,700 mentors signed up and 5,000 mentees. Our most active cohort, which I'll explain on the next slide what our cohorts are, but that took place during SWE's fully virtual annual conference in 2020. We had over 800 sessions. Average mentor rating is really high, 4.77 out of 5. So people are making really valuable connections, and the mentor directory can be filtered by industry or discussion topic, which I'll show you when we look at the platform. So mentoring is available during 1 to 2 week cohorts, which are scheduled throughout the year. So we release our calendar to align with SWE's fiscal year. So we're just about at the end of FY23, and currently we are in the middle of our community college and beyond cohort, which I mentioned earlier that the SWE Mentor Network is a members only benefit. But for this cohort, we open it up to all community college students, regardless of their membership status. So they can sign on, experience what it's like, and meet with some mentors. So that's really exciting that we've been able to open it up and show our support of community college students. And a bit more about how it works during these cohorts is that everyone, both people signed up as mentors and mentees, receive 3 credits for a 1-week cohort and 5 credits to use during our 2-week cohorts. Each credit can be used to book a session with a mentor. So it's important to note here that the SWE Mentor Network is really designed for short-term mentoring or even kind of one-off mentoring. It's a really good opportunity to meet with a lot of different people, get some different perspectives. And then beyond that initial session, it's kind of up to you if you want to keep in touch, maybe share LinkedIn information and continue a relationship. But the Mentor Network is just a great way to meet with a variety of people. And virtual sessions are 30 minutes and they can take place on the platform, or you can also link your Zoom account and do the meetings through Zoom. So here are just some quick quotes from some of our mentors and mentees, kind of how the Mentor Network has benefited them. We hear a lot from mentees about how it can, kind of help them figure out where to go next. And I'm speaking more to our collegiate members. We have a lot of collegiate members signed up as mentees, and it's just a great way to kind of understand their strengths, get insight about different engineering fields. And then I feel like what's not talked about as much in general is the benefit that mentoring has for mentors. It can be really inspiring to connect with a mentee, and we all learn from each other, and it's a great way to increase your network and just meet a lot of different people from all over the world. I know Hamida in Switzerland has met with someone in Canada. So it's a really cool opportunity to connect with your SWE community. And with that, I'll close this out and we'll take a look at the website. So this is the main screen of the Mentor Network. And let's see. So here we always have our current cohort posted here and a link to the calendar and just kind of a brief explanation about how it works. Shout out to our sponsor, Keysight. And so I'll show you my profile. So this is a mentor profile. And as a mentor, when you sign up, you'll be able to indicate industries and topics that you have expertise in, and you can come into your profile and edit that anytime. You can write about your experience and accomplishments, your approach to mentoring. You can link to your LinkedIn, and you can also update your availability at any time by either clicking here right in your profile, or you can also get to it with the drop-down menu with your name. So here, mentors can set their availability. and you can come in here and change this at any time. So I might not be available on Monday afternoons anymore. I might want to switch it to the morning. It's as easy as that. And you can also just link your availability to your existing work calendar so that mentees or other mentors will be able to book with you just based on your availability with your work calendar. So now I'd like to show you what the mentor directory looks like, and we'll just spend a couple of minutes on this. So let's exit out of those filters and then we'll go back in. But there are 1,400 mentors, which you may remember I said a different number earlier, but this means these are the mentors who have completed their profile. They're fully onboarded into the system and available to meet. So, I could just scroll right through and click on different mentors, but let's say I want to, I'm interested in mechanical engineering. And then I can see there are over 300 mentors who list that as one of their special areas of focus. And then I might want to go down to discussion topics and think, well, I also, I'm interested in mechanical engineering and I have an interview coming up that I really could use some guidance on. So I might select interviewing tips as well. And then these are all mentors who list both of those areas as their areas of focus. So I know that Margaret Johnson has availability. She's one of our most active mentors on the platform. So I'm going to click into Margaret and I can learn a bit more about her on her profile. And then all I need to do to book a session is just click book now. Monday's going to work for me. She has a lot of times available. And I'm going to click 12 p.m. And then here I can write, it's always a good idea to give your mentor a bit of a heads up about what you'd like to talk about. So I can write my goal for the conversation with Margaret and go ahead and book. And from there, the platform does allow you to reschedule if something comes up. If you do need to reschedule, you will be able to do it outside of those cohort windows, outside of those 2 weeks. But that is just a very quick overview. I hope that brought the Mentor Network to life for you a bit. I'll stop sharing my screen now, but there will be a website that we'll put in the chat, or I think it's already there. And we typically don't post the sign up link for the Mentor Network publicly because we do want to protect it as a members only benefit. So that website on the main SWE website, our mentoring page, it will let you know where you can find the link or who you can reach out to just make sure that you're a member, and we'll help get you set up. So that's about it from me. Thank you.
Thanks a lot indeed, Abby. That was amazing. Even I used the platform when I was watching how you go through navigate. It was learning for me as well, remembering. And actually what you shared about that it's easy and access is like arranging, organizing that is pretty straightforward. I liked it so much. Thank you so much for leading us through that. I would like to thank you all for joining today and also share that it will be great to see you all in the conference in Barcelona this year. It's on 25th and 26th of May. It's the SWE conference in Europe. It's the time we catch up, that we have the same wish, the same aims, and we are in the same journey, and we share our energy and connect. I've been into that last year in London, and it was an amazing experience, especially after Corona time. It was a great time to connect and re-energize and boost also for your personal and professional life. So hope to see you all there. Thank you again for joining. It was great pleasure. Thank you all, Anka, Titli, Abby, and also all our support technical team and great team in the background with their effort to make this stage happen. Have a very good day. Bye.